Welcome to the Love Junk Show. We gon' talk some ish, get into it, so make sure you stay tuned. Like, comment, and subscribe. Wow. Hey, love bugs. Hey, love bugs, what's up? It's your girl. Welcome back to my channel. Make sure you're subscribed and make sure you have the notification bell clicked, so when I upload, you will get that notification. Woo woo. So today, I want to talk about the plight of dating short men. I know that sounds bad. I don't mean to say the plight, but I mean the downfall, or what could be perceived as a downfall of dating short men. Hence, the Napoleon Complex. Okay? I got a precise definition for y'all, because then we're going to get into it, all right? A Napoleon complex is a domineering or aggressive attitude perceived as a form of overcompensation for being physically small or short. So we've all known a person or two or three or four that's short, that may be bullyish, that may be a bit aggressive, that may be kind of loud, that may be kind of grumpy and mean. We all know a person like that, whether it's a male or a female. Whether it's a man or a woman. I'm not the biggest fan of male or female because I feel like a dog or a cat could be male or female. But y'all picking up what I'm putting down. Specifically, in this case of the Napoleon Complex running rampant, we gonna get into Meg Thee Stallion, her dealings with Dababy that just exposed that, and her dealings with Tory Lanze. We're gonna start off with Dababy because he recently, yesterday, I don't even know, did he release an album? Like, who knows? Nobody knows. But I guess he had to do what he had to do to, click the controversy button so that we could tune in, because wasn't nobody checking for Dababy. Like, since he done put Danny Lay out the house with the kid, and that beautiful baby. But once he done ditched her, his baby in the middle of the night and exposed her, we haven't really heard much from Dababy. We don't really know what he's doing unless it's something controversial. He be making these crazy statements. He's shooting and killing. He out here, he doing a lot. He is living up to the domineering and aggressive trope of the Napoleon Complex. He got to let his presence be known. So, I did a little quick Google search to see how tall he was. And it says that he's 5'7" or 5'8". And I feel like when it's either or, it's usually the smaller, the shorter. So I'm going to go with 5'7". Meg Thee Stallion is 5'10". Hence, the stallion, even though stallion is a male voice, I don't know what. Anyways, neither here nor there. That's another story for another day. So, he's short, so he's a good 3 inches shorter than her. And then the girls be putting their heels on. You know how the show girls do. We like to show up and show out. So heels, sis is towering over him. Because men don't wear heels. Well, some men wear insteps in their shoes, but that's another story for another day. But typically, these days, men are, they have on their boots or their sneakers or whatever. So could you imagine them out together? Like, well, even when they perform on stage, you can see how she towers over him. So in his song, I'm not going to play it here, but I'm going to read like a little snippet of the lyrics for where he said specifically that so he basically said, I was effing Meg Thee Stallion, waited to say something on my next album. So he was saying before she came out that Tory pow-powed her, he was effing her. Then he said, and the day before Tory shot her, he was hitting that too, or something like that. Either way, he came out and said that he slept with Meg on multiple times. And, it's unfortunate, but in the music industry, like when you're building connections in work relationships, work wife, work husband, a lot of the times people, it sounds so bad what I'm about to say, but it comes across like a requirement to hit the skins a time or two. It gives you leverage. It creates a bond. Like everybody's sleeping with everybody. Well, Kanye West said himself, the Hollywood is like one big orgy. So everybody kind of hitting everybody. That's why lots of times you see people that they're married to their managers, or they're married to their agents. Y'all see how this go. This is tried and true. So basically, to promote his album that nobody had any idea that was coming out, he got his little Dababy on record saying that he was sleeping with Meg Thee Stallion. He wouldn't be doing that if Meg Thee Stallion wasn't who she is. So let's not even sit up here and say that he ain't clout chasing, because he absolutely is. Meg Thee Stallion, her name is clickbait in these streets. When people see Meg Thee Stallion, she got a Grammy. Like, sis is doing her thing. She's on TV shows. She got a brand deal. She is doing her thing. She's touring. She's performing. Like, Meg Thee Stallion is becoming, she's like a household name. She has a song with Beyonce. Beyonce's like a mentor. Like, she's literally out here, like, making waves for herself. And, oh, excuse me. I ain't got the berry. I feel like, honestly, men do things like this, but he's short. And I feel like because he's short, he has to be more loud, and he has to be a little more aggressive, and he has to be a little more crazy and a little more turned up. And this is funny, but a lot of men in the industry are on the shorter side. But notice the industry, you have to be like a little bit of a narcissist, a little bit full of yourself in order to really think that you are that grand, that you could capture your audience, or that people should want to listen to what you have to say. You have to be a little like feeling yourself, just on a little small scale. But when you see how these guys peacock and they stalling off on women and doing all of this crazy stuff, like, sir, you're overcompensating for the fact that you're a little goober. You're just a little goober, a little goober. Meg, no good goddamn well, she is too big to be frolicking around with the likes of somebody that calls himself Dababy. Oh, excuse me. Why am I coughing? What is happening? Did you bring dust bunnies over here? Maybe they don't want me to talk about this, but I'm going to keep on talking. I don't care. He's small. And Tory Lanze, oh my God. I done Googled Tory Lanze. They done said this man was 5'3". Look how he looks standing next to her in this picture. He look like he is her kid and she is taking him to middle school. Got the nerve to be behind her like this. He know, like he going for a ride. He got to climb that thing. He got to climb that tree. But when you lay down, everything measures up, if you know what I mean. 5'3". Of course, he tried to go on record saying he was 5'7". So I'm gonna say he probably like 5'4", 5'5". That's what I'm gonna give him. 5'4", 5'5". Once again, Meg Thee Stallion is 5'10". And it is alleged that Tory pop-powed her. Meg, you are beautiful. I'm so glad that you're with Party right now, because these little guys with this Napoleon Complex, they are extra aggressive. And then Tory had the nerve to be allegedly, as out of the mouth of August Alsina, assaulted August because he didn't give him a pound. It's like, why y'all so aggressive and angry? Oh, it's the Napoleon Complex. I've been answering that question since this video started. It's the Napoleon Complex. And it sucks because, you know, a lot of times they be like, oh, women don't like shorter men. And when we give y'all a chance, y'all turn out to be shit crazy. Y'all powing, exposing, putting people business out there. It's like they constantly need the validation. They constantly need the ego stroke. They constantly need to assert authority over somebody because internally they feel inadequate. They feel small. They feel unheard. They feel unseen. So you give them a little bit of clout, a little bit of rhythm, a little bit of validity, a little bit of spotlight, and they don't know how to act. They run amok. They run amok. And now that's the downside of dating a short guy. They be, oh, y'all don't want no short men. No, y'all, a lot of y'all have Napoleon Complex. And you take it out on the women that actually give you the time of day. And that's not fair. Ain't nobody got time for that. I don't want to be having to worry, oh, is this guy going to pop-out me? Is he stalking, harassing? Is he telling all my business? That happened to me too. I experienced that from my shorter guy. Done told all my business, embellished all my business, put me all the way out there. I'm going to tell y'all, that's a story for another day. Memoir coming soon. Memoirs of Love Jones coming soon. I got a lot of stories to tell. Whew, that overcompensation be something serious. It's a silent killer. Meg, stick with your height lead, girl. Do not go back down to the shorties of the world because bars. Because look at how they turn out. And Dababy, you is a lame for that. You kissing and telling. It's 2022. That is corny. The clout chase. It's the clout chase for me. And Tory, I don't even want to touch on you, but you know good goddamn well that you was wrong if you put hands on August Alsina because he wouldn't dap you up. If you actually pop-out Meg, karma gonna come to collect on that ass. You watching, you hear me? You watch and see. That's all I have to say. Stay clear of that. Once that Napoleon Complex start to raise ugly head, run for the hills. Because it really gets bad. It gets bad and it gets crazy and it gets weird. Alright? This is not to say count shorter men out, because some of them are lovely. Some of them, you know, they know how to lay it down in the bedroom. Like, some of them is, you know, they got it going on. But a lot of them is insecure. And they feel inadequate and they feel like they ain't good enough already. It's nothing that you did, sis. It's nothing that you did. It's nothing that you said. They already came packaged that way, unfortunately. Spread love is the Brooklyn way. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about the Napoleon Complex. Do y'all think Dababy and Tory Lanze is suffering from Napoleon Complex? Have you ever dealt with somebody that has Napoleon Complex? Do you have Napoleon Complex? Would you deal with a short guy? Let me know. Sound off in the comments below. Love y'all. Be good.